Hey everybody, Dimity here on the middle of December, dark at 5 o'clock here in Denver, and I am here to talk about Many Happy Miles in 2026. I know that AMR is made some news in our very small way in early December that we are kind of transitioning the company, but I'm here to tell you that Many Happy Miles, which is the annual program that I've been doing for 7 years, is not going anywhere, and I am committed to keeping women moving forward, staying strong as we especially age. I'm 53 right now, so the mother part of my identity isn't quite as bold as it used to be, and I want to make sure that I can continue to do adventures and stay strong and not feel weak when I have to carry something up the stairs. Just kind of keeping my active lifestyle going, and that's really what I want to focus on. So I'm going to share my screen. I did a very DIY Canva presentation. So I will share that now. We'll go through this, and then if you guys have questions along the way, just drop them in the chat, and April will answer them if she can, and if not, I can help afterwards as well. So little history of Many Happy Miles. You guys probably have heard of it, but I just want to refresh your memory. In 2019, we launched this program, and we called it Many Happy Miles because that's how we signed our books, Run Like a Mother. We wanted to always kind of like encourage people to keep running because we knew that running made them happy. And at the time, what we wanted to do was make it kind of a program that like a net for people to fall into. Everybody was racing a lot at that point. Lots of so kind of coming in, so you train for half marathon, and you come back into Many Happy Miles and keep up your consistency. And then you go out and maybe do a 10K and then come back and jump back into the Many Happy Miles workouts. And it was great. And then the pandemic happened. And as you well know, and that changed it quite a bit because we had a lot more people coming in and looking for a lot more structure and a lot more consistent accountability, consistency, that kind of thing. And we added a bunch of different features like live strength, which is still around. We added more challenges, I think, in 2020, and just kind of tried to keep the overall vibe going. And that really gelled us as a community. So like I said, we've been doing this for 7 years. This is going to be our 8th year. And I love this definition. I'm a nerd, a word nerd. We've said for a long time, the act of moving forward with consistency, not perfection. And this year I added staying strong because even though, as endurance athletes, we may not want to let's just say this, strength is not always our first choice as endurance athletes, but it's very important, as you well know. So that's our new definition of Many Happy Miles, which is the act of moving forward and staying strong with consistency, not perfection. Okay, let's see here. So who is Many Happy Miles for? As you know, or as you may know, I don't run anymore. I stopped running in 2020, but I want to be very clear that I encourage everybody to continue to run for as long as they can. I want you to run for as long as you can. I want to support you and keep you strong and mobile so you can run for as long as you can. If you are unable to, when that day comes, if it comes, I want to be here to support you, to be that net to catch you. So this is not a program for people who are not running anymore. Okay, there's definitely space for runners, and I welcome you. Run walkers, hikers, walkers, cyclists, swimmers of all paces, right? There's no speed attached to Many Happy Miles. There's no expectations except for that you move forward. It's also for endurance athletes who know they need strength and mobility but aren't sure where to start or what to do. Like I see people kind of wandering around the gym, and sometimes I used to be that person, right? You get there and you're like, what's that machine for? How do I use it? I want to help you solve that. It's for midlife athletes wanting to feel strong and steady in every aspect. And another corollary, if you're navigating perimenopause or menopause and wanting to stay strong and steady, that is even harder. I just finished up a menopause coaching certificate from a reputable, very reputable organization called Girls Gone Strong. It was a lot of great information. And I'm on, a lot of different menopause newsletters and keep in touch with a lot of women who are in this area. So I'm excited to bring the kind of knowledge that we need to, again, stay strong and steady during this time when our bodies are in transition. Anybody who believes that movement feels better with the supportive community, which, I love a team. I will cheer for a team all day long. I love cheering people on. I do think even if, you're not in a class or a studio with somebody, you still kind of have that connection when you are both doing the same workout, or if we're on a live workout together, or you come in and say, gosh, that was so hard. And someone else comes in and says, yeah, that was so hard. So I love that. And then it's also for people who want structure and workout details, but also like having the flexibility to like move things around or substitute workouts. So, again, like if you like having the knowledge and then also the ability to kind of make it your own. And again, put any questions in the chat that you might have. So we did a quick survey last month, actually, with the people who are Many Happy Miles right now. Over 150 women answered, and I just wanted to kind of point this out. Cardio-wise, there's about 39% of them are running, 44% of them are run walker, and then about 4% get their cardio done at the gym, and about 14% are walkers and hikers. So all different paces, all different ways of moving forward. So again, there is space for you here. There are also swimmers, cyclists, mountain bikers, cross-country skiers, snowshoers, ellipticalers, rock climbers. So they're getting in their movement in lots of different ways. It is not, and I encourage that. I think that's better for your body. It's better for your mind to kind of have a couple different, at least cardio things that you can rely on, because we all know when you get injured as a runner and you don't have a backup, it's very, very difficult. Again, this same survey, this just made me laugh. I wanted to share it with you, what these 150 women needed and wanted. So I asked, do you want to be more consistent with strength training? Yeah, 91% did. And 90% wanted to be more consistent with mobility. So that's really, I see that and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is something that I want to help you solve, because we all, speaking generally, but, we all can get motivated more or less to go for a walk, go for a run walk, go for a run, or somehow, get sweating, right? It's harder to be like, oh, I'm going to sit on the floor and work on my hamstrings and my adductors, right? But you got to work on your hamstrings and your adductors in order to keep doing all the things you want to keep on doing. And that's where I want Many Happy Miles to help you put that piece of the puzzle together. Kind of made this clear already, but there's a couple key components. Everybody is welcome here. Like I said, definitely have kind of, I would say the 40 plus crowd kind of is our sweet spot, anywhere from 40 to 70 years old, but certainly we have people who have just given birth, and we have people who are, kind of in their, fifth, sixth decade of life. And so everybody is welcome to move forward. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Flexibility ×2. I realize not using flexibility in the right way here, but I really wanted to emphasize that Many Happy Miles this year, we've always been good at cardio, and we've always had a strength circuit every month. But really what I want to do now is make sure that we get a nice blend of these three things. Again, there'll be plenty of cardio, don't get me wrong, but strength and mobility is the place where I think some of us, we're not naturally drawn towards that. And I want to make sure that that is the key that unlocks you being able to go on long hikes, continue to run half marathons, like whatever you want to do, kind of however you classify adventure, right? However you classify how you get your type 2 fun, right? The other thing that we're going to do, this is something that we've done with Fall Into Fitness, which has been I did that kind of as a beta test for Many Happy Miles in 2026. We'll be using an app, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But you get to pick your program. So if you have 4 days a week, 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, and that may sound kind of like, you know, splitting hairs, but I really like this because I really want you to feel like you come in and you are able to do the workouts that are assigned to you in the way and we'll talk about kind of the flexibility of the schedule, but I don't want you to come in and sign up for 6 days a week and then only get 4 workouts. I know what that makes me feel like. I focus on the like 2 red squares instead of the 4 green squares. So you can kind of adjust your frequency of workout. If you're coming back, in January and you want to start with 4 and then move up to 5. If you're going on summer vacation for 3 weeks, you want to go to 4 and see what you can do. It's just, there's a little bit more flexibility there. You'll have the ability to change what I'm calling your track, the number of workouts you have a week, every 6 weeks. So that's an option. Couple updates. If you have been in Many Happy Miles before, or you have followed it, I'm sure it's very if you knew the details before, I just want to show you kind of what we updated. For most years, it's been a 12-month membership. It's been a subscription basis. So, but this year we are changing it up. So you can come in for 3, 6, or 12 months, and it's not a subscription anymore. So if you want to come in for 3 months, you're not going to be charged again in 3 months unless you want to sign up again. I really, I don't like, personally, I don't like being subscribed to things. Like when I get an HBO Max and I'm like, I haven't watched a movie there in 8 months and I'm still subscribed. So I wanted to keep it simple, and you opt in. Instead of doing 1 month workout blocks, we're going to go to 6-week workout blocks, which is again what we've done in Fall Into Fitness. And it's been really, I think, successful because we've been able to do kind of a little bit of a periodization schedule where you kind of ramp up and then kind of come down, and you ramp up and you come down. It also gives you a little bit more time to get familiar with the strength moves and the mobility moves. And there are going to be a lot more strength and mobility moves in each 6-week block than there were in one month workout in previous years of Many Happy Miles. Many Happy Miles, but prior to this, had 5 PDFs to download and print to keep track of. This year, we're consolidating it into one. You're still going to get all the information. You're still going to have a challenge. You're still going to have, your calendar you can fill out, all those things. I'm just going to keep it as one easy document. It's going to be probably, the prototype we've done so far is 4 pages. I'm guessing it'll probably be 5. But again, it's just easier to access if you just have one thing. I'm kind of like thinking about it as the directory of what's going to be in the app. Live morning workouts, we've done them pretty much consistently on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday mornings. We're still going to do live workouts, and what I want to do when we start Many Happy Miles is kind of get a poll of the members and see what works best for people who do want to attend live. I mean, it's hard to do over 4 time zones, right? Because 6:30, which is when the East Coast wants it, is 3:30 on the West Coast, and 4:30 my time. So we're gonna, there's a little bit of adjustment, but I've thought about trying a midday workout, even like an early evening workout, a Sunday stretch and mobility. We're flexible here, and we may end up going to just back to the mornings, but I want to have some flexibility there to meet your needs. We had a move of the month every month with Christy. She's done it for 4 years. She's amazing. If you haven't had a chance to talk to her, she is a physical therapist in Ohio. She's also a cross-country coach and a mother and a runner. And she comes at, so basically what you come in and do is you fill out a form. If you have a question, you fill out a Google form. And we meet like we're meeting right now. And if you can come, you can talk to her. If you're not free at that point, I ask her the question and she'll go through anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes on your situation to see if she can help you. And she often comes at it from a different way. So she's a real asset. And she does a move of the month. She's going to do Christy's Corner, which is similar, just a new name, just updating it a little bit. But the cool thing about this app that I'm going to show you in a second is that her moves of the month can now be like integrated into your workouts. So again, like these 5 PDFs, like, yep, you got the move of the month and maybe you used it and maybe you didn't. But now I'm going to be able to say like, okay, you know what? I'm going to program the hip hike. I'm going to program the fire hydrant with extension, some stuff that she, you know, she has got a whole library of things. So I'm excited about that. So again, it'll have a little PT element to it. Your workouts will every once in a while, but you also have access to a PT, which is, again, it's a great place to start. It's obviously not the same as someone having their hands on you, but a lot of people have gotten a lot of relief and ideas to then try it. And then if that doesn't work, you know, then they can keep going. And Christy's also on the Facebook page. She'll be in the app. So if you want to ask her questions, you can do that as well. And then finally, we had about 1 strength circuit a month, sometimes 2, in Many Happy Miles. You're going to have at least 3 to 4 strength circuits a block. And that will also include like a mobility warm up. So, you know, 1 month in Many Happy Miles, we would do like mobility, and now we'll be able to do mobility plus strength, 3 to 4 like unique things every block, which again is because of the versatility of the app. A couple more improvements. We're going to do a goals and guidance. I'm really a big believer in setting intentions and thinking about just not like how much you want to lift, but how you want to feel, how you want to kind of move through the world, how accountable you want to hold yourself. There's a great, if you have been in Many Happy Miles before, Jean Vitrano is her name. She's a mindfulness instructor in New Jersey. She's going to come in 4 times in Many Happy Miles at the beginning of a 12-week block, and we're going to do kind of just a short intention setting situation. We'll record it if you can't make it at that time, but I'm picturing it as something that you like, you know, put on your wall in your gym, or, you know, if you do go to a gym, you know, it's something that maybe you keep on your phone or you put on your refrigerator or something like that. Just, you know, it's not, oh my gosh, I gotta, you know, nail every workout. It's more like, okay, how am I treating myself? How do I want to feel about myself? And how am I going to kind of hold myself accountable so that I can get those feelings that I know come when I work out regularly? The community forum on the app, it's basically Facebook circa 2012. I'm not going to lie. You can't, you know, there's not a lot of versatility around it, but that is also lovely in a lot of ways because it's so simple, right? So if you are a little weary of social media, or you just, you know, you're just off Facebook totally, the forum is a place to connect with your fellow female athletes. We'll still keep the Many Happy Miles Facebook page open, and we'll still keep it active. That's my intention for 2026. But I just want to offer the opportunity for people to be in community without having to be on a major social media platform. And then finally, the workouts on demand. This is part of the app, but whoa, now I know how to make it move. It's very simple to access, but again, I just like that, you know what, if you want to do a cardio workout that we did 6 months ago, but it's not programmed, you can just put that right in and do it. And you know, so there's a lot of kind of autonomy there. Stuff that's going to continue to go on. April, who is here, makes very fun playlists. We'll have a new playlist every block that kind of relates to the season. We have accountability buddies, and that survey that I talked about, it was kind of 50-50. It's a tough thing to match people up just based on age or based on location. I guess what we did is based it on location. So we may try it again, or we'll have some kind of structure for accountability in 2026, and that's still kind of being ironed out. Lifestyle enhancing challenges. I think it's important to have little meditation challenges. We've done yoga nidra, we've done gratitude, we've done stuff like that, which is not going to be, you know, it's not a huge time suck, but it's just, again, like kind of bringing together your body, mind, and spirit, realizing that you're not just your quads and how much they can lift. We have Many Happy Miles branded swag. That's going to be for the people that join the 6 and 12-month program. And then there'll be a 10% discount on live events, and I'll show you those in a second. So the app there, if you go to the website, there's a little video that I made. I'm very proud of. I got into some new apps, and I kind of showed you the features of it, but It's just very, it takes, there is a little learning curve, I'm not going to lie, but it is very comprehensive. And once you get used to it, it's very easy to use. And people who are in Fall into Fitness are loving it because it gives you that like sense of, it gives you a little dopamine hit each time you like check off that you've done a workout. It tells you how many, how much you've lifted in animals. So if a camel's like 1,220 pounds, it says you've lifted one camel. And people like sharing them. I think it's very fun. I'll just go through these quickly. There's a video demonstration of each move. You can log your personal progress. So you can like, if you're like, oh God, did I do bicep curls with 10 pounds or 12 pounds? You can go back and look, which I'm always like, where should I start again? This one is huge, adjustable scheduling. That is, so you can literally go into your workouts, your schedule, and move things around. Like, I know you can do that with pen and paper in Many Happy Miles, but you know, if I moved this workout to Thursday and a different workout to today, then today's workout would be right here. So that's a game changer. You can connect with me anytime. This inbox comes right to me. So if you have a sore knee, if you need me to put your PT moves in for you, I mean, I am here to help you. I mean, that goes without saying, but one of my things that I've thought about over the past months as we've kind of contemplated this transition is how much it's one of my values to help women move forward. Like that's really what I feel like I'm here for. And so, you know, if you're having problems with the workouts, if you want some help with like I said, like sore knees or a bad back or whatever, I am resourced to help you with that. And it would give me great pleasure to help you with that. So just saying, like, I'm more available. I will be more available in Many Happy Miles this year than I have been in previous years, where maybe you're tagging me on the Facebook page, or I'm just talking to you at the beginning of the month, giving you kind of a layout of the month, and then kind of not, you know, we don't connect again until the next time. I don't want that to be the case anymore. I want to have more kind of one-on-one contact. The community forum, I talked about that already. Habit tracking, this one you can see right here, it says walk outdoors. I am excited about the habit tracking. I will not make it crazy and be like, give you 6 things to do every day. But there will be a little piece, especially when we're doing like challenges, like maybe it will be a meditation challenge, or even we've talked about, I'm going to do a walking backwards challenge. Christy Diller has talked a lot about the benefits of walking backwards. I won't do it in January, so you're not going to be outside slipping on ice, walking backwards, but things like that, getting up, sitting on the floor for 5 minutes, getting down and up off the floor. Like, sounds simple, but we don't do that kind of stuff as adult women unless you're like a preschool teacher, and it adds up. You have to move your body in different ways in order for it to feel strong and stable. I've talked about on-demand workouts. There'll be strength workouts, there'll be cardio workouts. The strength will come in 2 forms. It will be a video of me in my basement. You can follow along. I know a lot of you like to do like go along, play along. There will also be ones where you can take it to the gym and do, or take it to your own home gym and just check it off like a normal workout. Cardio, again, that will be more of a DIY. You're not going to run alongside me, but again, you can plug and play, which I like. Each move in the app has the ability to put some substitutions. So like if I tell you to do a push-up, I'm going to give you wall push-ups. I'm going to give you push-ups on an incline bench. I'm going to give you push-ups on a step. And then finally, I'm going to give you push-ups on the floor. So you're going to pick the best one for you. The cool part about the app too is that, like, let's say we're trying to do lat pull downs, right? And you're only at home, so I'm going to have you do them with a resistance band around your wrists. But if you're at the gym, I'm going to give you the option to use the lat pull down machine, right? So if you do belong to a gym and you get intimidated by the equipment, or you're not sure what to use, I'm going to give you options to do that. And again, on these on-demand workouts, I will make some that are just like gym equipment only. So you can kind of, you know, float around the gym and kind of get either familiar with them or use them again and again. And then finally, I kind of made this clear, but you're just going to have so much more access to different kinds of workouts with this app. And that's really, one of the hallmarks of engagement and consistency is kind of being, I don't know what the word is, just having a sense of novelty. I guess, of course, there's going to be a ton of squats, there's going to be a ton of deadlifts, there'll be, a lot of zone 2 easy cardio, because we'll do, of course, the staples. We're going to lay that nice foundation no matter what, but there'll also be some kind of fun things that kind of mix it up a little bit. I just a quick refresh on me if you don't know me, which you probably do, but like I said, I did 7 years of Many Happy Miles. I've been the chief training director at AMR for over 10 years. I had a hand in every training program that's on that site. Certainly some of the coaches wrote, the ulcer plans and the triathlon plans, but I helped shape them, and am very familiar with a lot of the endurance workouts. Alongside that, 3 years ago, maybe, I got certified as a NASM personal trainer. I mentioned that I got my Girls Gone Strong menopause coach certificate, and then I'm a certified running coach, group fitness instructor. So I kind of have a pretty wide depth of knowledge, and I can write swimming workouts, I can write cycling workouts. I'm not swimming or cycling certified at this point. It's something that I'm looking into, but I'm going to do that. There will be swimming workouts in the app because I want them there. And then finally, I mentioned this, but I wrote the 27th mile, which is going to be out at the end of February, how to smooth the rough transition out of your running years. And the reason why I mentioned that here is that I interviewed over 50 women, a lot of them from this community, maybe some of you are even on this call. And one of the things when I talked to them was I asked them, have you talked to anybody about this? Like, have you had a discussion about losing running? And only a handful said yes, literally probably 4 out of 50. And that made me really sad, because I want to have a community where you can come in and talk about anything, right? And that's what AMR has been. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel here, but I just want to make that very clear that, like, we want to meet you where you're at. And if you are sad about not running, if you're sad about your marriage, if you're sad about a child, if you're happy about your marriage, happy about a child, like, I want to bring that part, I want to continue to bring that part to Many Happy Miles. The in-person group events, I talked about, or I mentioned it before, you're going to get a 10% discount if you are in Many Happy Miles at the time that these are open for registration. So it's a little bit of a puzzle piece. So you can go to the website and see when the registration opens and kind of plan your Many Happy Miles around that. But we'll be going to the Mammoth March, which is a 20-mile hike in June. Then we're going to the Katy Trail, which is a 4-day bike ride on a bike path, so very safe. That's in Missouri. And then finally the Grand Traverse, we're going back to that. You can go anywhere from 10 to 27 miles, and that is in Duluth in early October. Each of these programs is going to have somewhere from a 14 to a 20-week training cycle with it, because I want you to come to that day and feel like you're going to have a great day and not struggle. And so we'll train together as a team, right? And then we will go and tackle the day together. If you have been on one of these before, A, they're very fun, and B, they're not going to be much different just because of the transition of AMR. Okay, so I just want to make that very clear. Like, we'll still have team dinners. I'm still going to, bring all the fixins for GORP. We're going to have a great time. We'll get t-shirts, all the things. So just wanted to make that clear. And then finally, my last slide here, I just want to show you the prices. So these are very much in line with the Fall into Fitness prices that we had for the past 12 weeks. So if you want to come in for 3 months, and here are the dates of the 3-month program. It's $199 for 12 weeks, 3 months. And each of these is other sections. So April 6th will open 2 weeks prior to April 6th to come in. So you're only going to register right now for January 5th through April 5th. And then there's 6 months, and then there's 12 months. And 6 months brings you a 10% savings, plus that piece of swag. And when you go to the website, there's a payment plan available. And similarly for the 12 months. So there's 20% savings if you join us all year long. And then we'll get those payment plans available as well. So that's my slideshow, and a lot of talking at you. I would love to answer any questions you guys have. Thanks for sharing that link, April, to register. Do you guys have any questions? None. Wow. Okay. Well, good. Well, one that I was expecting to maybe come up is, what equipment do I need? And there is a list on your website, or on the website, that shows you what equipment you need. And I will also send that out once you've registered. There's a lot going on. So within the next couple weeks, I will send out a list. I mean, it's basically a set of, at its very minimal, a set of lighter dumbbells and a set of heavier dumbbells. A step that you can use, which is easily can be the step, the bottom step of a flight of stairs. Something you can use as a bench, and that can be as easy as a desk chair right now, or if you do have a weightlifting bench, resistance bands that you can use around your knees and to work on glute strength and hip stability. And then there's one more set of resistance bands that I'm going to ask people to buy that are not very expensive, but they're just bigger, and they allow for other kinds of moves that we haven't really been able to do in Fall Into Fitness. So I want to have those available. So it's a little bit of a commitment if you don't have a gym membership. But really, at the end of the day, you're going to need 2 sets of dumbbells, a set of resistance bands, and I promise you probably already have those. The smaller ones, if you've ever been to PT, so you get a little thing that they tie up for you, a little loop of it. So it might just be the bigger ones. And just keep your eye out for sales on Facebook, on gyms going out of business, even though this time of year is actually when people head to the gym. But you'd be surprised. I mean, a secondhand weight weighs as much as a brand new one. So keep your eyes out if you need to buy some of those, and you probably can find some good deals. Okay. I guess that's it, unless anyone has any questions or wants to say hi. No? All right.
I'll ask a question.
Yeah, of course. Hi, Marianne.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Can you talk just a little bit more? I didn't do Fall Into Fitness, about
Yeah.
what the strength workouts kind of are like how long are they? So I have been going to the gym consistently a few times a week, and I was like, well, I'll stop doing this other thing that I won't name that I was doing to pick my workouts and do this instead. Like, will it be the kind of thing where you're going to be able to improve in your strength over the course of the year if that's been one of your interests?
Yeah, for sure. So the workouts, the strength workouts have what they're going to have, most of them. And again, like, I'll throw a couple, fun things in every once in a while, but you start with the connection breath, which is just some mindful breathing, kind of getting your body and your mind into the workout. You're going to go into mobility, which is about anywhere from 4 to 6 moves. We're going to have some power, which will be things like jump squats or jumping jacks or low impact. And as you build up to those, and then the strength moves are, again, it's going to vary a little bit, but there will be anywhere from 5 to 8 moves that you're either going to do 2 to 3 sets of. And they are definitely kind of the staple, variations on the staple moves. So you will do a squat, you will do a hinge, you will do a pull, you will do a press, you will do a carry. Maybe not in every workout, but you'll have those spread out over, like I said, the 2 to 3, 4 workouts you get in the block. So I will encourage you to, start small, start with lower weight and then build over those 6 weeks. Similarly, if you join for the full year, we will build a full program, right? Where we will have, times where I'm going to change the emphasis a little bit. But the idea is to get stronger over the year, right? But, we are not bodybuilders. We're not, I want to keep it effective while still being effective and efficient while still being fun and a little playful, right? And so we will do things like we'll start in January working antagonistic muscles, which means you're working your quads and your hamstrings in the same set. As we move on to maybe September, we might do 3 sets of exercises that are just for your quads, right? So we'll build on strength that way. I know also that there's been a emphasis on heavy lifting, right, in social media, and I'm here for it, and I'm also here for people not getting injured, people having great form, and people kind of meeting themselves where they're at. And so, we may get into 5 sets of 5, with strength, but most of the time I'm going to recommend doing 8 to 12 reps where I want you, if you get to 12 reps, you need to go up in weight. Like if you get to 12 reps and you feel like you can do more, I really want you to go up in weight. So there will be that constant reminder to check in with yourself, because it's very easy to be like, oh, well, I can only do like 10 pounds on this. I'm not going to see. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I'm going to try and go a little bit heavier. And in fact, you can do 10 reps easily. So that's where, there'll be some guidance on that. And also some checking in and making sure that you do that. Does that make sense?
That does. Thank you.
Okay, good. Does anyone have any other questions? And I mean, to be clear, I'm not maligning lifting heavy. I'm not maligning, anything like that. I follow Stacy Sims. I follow Vonda Wright. They have the science that backs things up. I also know, like, just from personal experience, like I went to a heavy lifting class and it wasn't great for me. And I've heard that from other people as well, right? So, I want to have people that come in and teach you how to do a barbell squat. It is my intention to do that, and things like that. I want to give you some education along the way. But also I want you to be consistent with whatever you're doing. Like more than anything, being consistent with weightlifting and strength training and mobility and cardio is going to serve you so much better than, trying to do exactly, 5 by 5, so again, I don't want to, there's no one perfect way to skin the cat. And really what I want people to do is move forward, stay strong, not get injured, not feel defeated, not talk terribly about themselves, right? And kind of see themselves as a whole body that is really strong from your ankles all the way up to the top of your head, right? Like that, a strong and capable and ready to take on whatever challenge the world throws at you. So, all right, I'll get off my soapbox now.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Bonnie.
Wait, Catherine, I think you were going to talk.
Oh,
I just wanted to tell Dimity I shared my results in the chat from
Yeah.
12 weeks of doing Fall into Fitness. I did all the workouts except I started to miss them right after Thanksgiving. And then I made up a few, but missed just a few. So out of 12 weeks, I did everything in the 4-day plan for the first 6 weeks, I think. And then I moved up to the 5-day plan, which is a bit of a stretch, but I've made it except for that 1 week.
Sure.
And I'm way stronger.
Yeah.
Way stronger.
Well,
And
yeah,
I
so you
haven't,
say-
I
you say
think the
you-
most important thing is that it's been very doable, and I've never felt like I've gone to a lot of group fitness classes in my 50s, and I kind of quit because they would tax me so much that I couldn't function at work or something like that. So these have just been just the right size for me at 57 post-COVID, and still recovering. So
Yeah.
it's been great. So I just
That's
wanted to
great.
say that.
I love it. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I love that your grip strength. I mean, things like, again, like your grip strength. I want to do hangs, which I know you might think like, oh my God, I'm not on the playground anymore. But like, that is such an important thing. Again, your grip strength, your shoulder strength. I mean, I've never been able to do a pull-up. I don't think that might be a bridge too far for me. But that said, like, like there are a lot of things that I think that we don't think about doing, and I am excited to bring to you as both an effective way and again kind of fun, and something like, there's so many of us sit at our desk all day long, right? And so you have a chance to kind of try different things.
So Jiminy, that was actually the fun part, was the question I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So I have never done many Happy Miles, although I have friends that have done it and have enjoyed it. I did do Fall into Fitness twice. And so I did the most recent one with the new app, and I did really like the app. But I feel like I didn't get enough of you. That was the piece that I was like, you did those nice little recordings each week, right? But it sounds like you're going to do more of you in this.
Yes. So I'm going to be doing live strength 2 or 3 times a week, and so my intention is to say the first week of workouts, I'm just saying, has an orange stripe, a green stripe, and a blue stripe. Like on those first days that those are scheduled, I'm going to be in my basement doing them right along with you. And helping you and cueing you and kind of giving you helping with tempo, helping with everything.
Yeah, the feedback.
Yeah.
Like I did do, I did a Mammoth March, just not the one that you did, but I did a Mammoth March in August, but we used your training to do it.
Yeah.
And I realized that was a while ago that you put that together, but they were really nice videos. Like I enjoyed those videos of you working out with your squad there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was hoping to see more of those kind of things. I know.
Yeah.
But they were actually super helpful to prepare us for the Mammoth March that we did. And I liked that kind of stuff, as opposed to in the app. It was all really good workouts, like Catherine said, but I miss seeing you and your interactive stuff.
And so I definitely feel like there's 2 tracks. Like there's people who really like the app, and there's people who really prefer to do it live or follow along. And and maybe a little bit of both. There's certainly combos too.
It sounds like you're going to have a little bit of both. Like
I'll definitely have. I mean, so after the first week of the first block, so again, like after the first week of the first 6 weeks, you will have probably three workouts to follow along with me and or Brandy, depending upon. I'm waiting to kind of see how things shake out. She may be joining us.
Catherine, what is Catherine showing us?
She's showing you the app right now. That has
yep. Oh, what it looks like at this moment.
So now, so like you have me, like there I am. You can do the Jolly circuit, you can do the gratitude circuit, you can do hip mobility with me. So that's on demand stuff. Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's where things are going to live there. And and again, I realize the app is like one more thing. Thank you, Catherine, very much.
Actually, I love the app, so that's not an issue.
Yeah, no, I know, but I understand. Like, there's been a little bit of chatter about it, and they're like, I don't want one more thing on my phone, and I 1,000% get that. And also, like the versatility and the flexibility that it gives us, and it's just it's hard for me to say no to it, just because I know what an effective tool it can be. So. Yeah, so there'll be more of me, and I thank you for asking for that, Bonnie, because that makes me happy that you want me to play along. And then the other thing is too, I'm going to record them, that first week, but then I'll come back and do them still every week, and that's when I like it, because then I don't have to record them and I can play music, and it's a little bit more fun. So, and again, I'm going to come in once we get everybody set up and feeling comfortable with the app and the new website and that kind of thing. I want to do just a poll just to see, if you do want to join Live Strength, what times would be best for you? And I'm just going to go off of that. So, if you are someone who has to be at work super early, but maybe you can join us on Tuesday nights, maybe we start doing Live Strength on Tuesday nights. So just want to make that clear. Thank you though for that question, Bonnie. And thank you, Catherine. All right. Anything else?
I have a question.
Yeah. Hi, Tracy.
So did I hear you say that like every 6 weeks you can change your workout? So like in the winter, if I'm, don't have a training plan, I can do 6 days, but then maybe later if I do like a training for half marathon, I can go down to maybe 4 days. Did I hear that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, and that's thank you for bringing that up, Tracy. So yep. So every 6 weeks, I'll send out. We did it in Fall into Fitness. I'll just send out a Google form, and if you want to change your track, we'll do that at the very last day of the block. And also, if you are, again, I want you to run. I love that you're on a training plan, and so you can, you can use the strength or the challenges or the community or whatever, or the hip mobility or whatever from the app, and then also do your workouts. It's just like Many Happy Miles is this year. I've said for the longest time that Many Happy Miles, if you're a runner, will prepare you for a 10K if you do the workouts as running workouts. But if you want to do anything longer than that, you need to be on a specific training plan. That's just the truth.
Okay, I want to make sure I heard that. And then I would echo everything Catherine said. I did the Fall into Fitness, and I noticed a difference just getting up out of bed in the morning. So I love the program. So I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. That makes me really happy. Yeah. I mean, that totally like makes my day. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks for joining us. And yeah. All right, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm also really enjoying the app, but the one thing that I'm missing is mileage when I want to run. And I do like that you can add cardio for minutes. Do you know in the app can you add cardio for mileage instead of minutes to be able to check those off?
Yeah, I've definitely seen mileage in there. I have not. I would have to look into it more specifically. So let me do that. And I'll get back to you, Ashley. I'm gonna write that down.
I would love to be able to add in, like, for the next 6 weeks, I want to up my mileage and be able to check those off and get the same high that I do when I'm checking off all the strength workouts.
Yeah, I hear you. The other thing too, that has come up, and I want to address this. People if you were coming from Many Happy Miles before, we used Final Surge as our app. And you could download the workouts. So if they were like interval workouts, April would put them in for you, and you could download it straight to your watch, and you could, just follow along on your watch. So we're looking, there's no one app that does the strength and mobility and kind of gives us the things that EverFit does. The name of this app is EverFit. But I also know that it's important, especially if you are in the bulk of your running years. You want to have the mileage, you want to have your speed, you want to have your heart rate, all that kind of stuff. So we're looking into, I know Garmin has a team app, Coros has a team app. So we'll definitely have ways to help you on that front. It's going to be, you might have to kind of put some stuff together. But Robin, what did you do?
Dimity, I just added a workout into the holiday hold for a 10-mile run.
You did?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a little run and I set it for 10 miles. So I added that in as a workout. So whether that meets what you're looking for, Ashley, or not, at least you can put something in for miles, but I don't know if it tallies it. Oh, I messed up my focus.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'm just experimenting.
Yeah. Catherine's like, you're like the co-pilot of everything. You're awesome. Really good at tech, really good at motivation. So that might work. But actually we'll get a little bit more information. And again, at the beginning of this program, I will have another meeting like this, where I can share my app with if you're brand new to it, I can project it onto the screen. We'll go through everything. We'll go through the website, FAQs, all that kind of stuff, like, so that you have everything kind of set up and feel prepared and ready to go. And then if you forget it in 2 days like I do, then we're here to help you find it again. Okay. All right. Well, this has been really fun. Thanks again for coming. And thanks for considering Many Happy Miles. We're happy to answer any questions you may have about it. We'll send this out tomorrow as a video to you, and as well as a link to sign up. If you have any questions, though, let me know. And in the meantime, have a great holiday season, and talk to you soon. Have a good sleep. All right, sweet dreams, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Dimity.
Thank you all.